What's up, old friends? Long time no see. It's me, your beef jerky loving host and the place to be, the notorious Brian G. And I want to apologize for not posting a review in many months. Just been very busy during that time, which I'll go to in a future video. But for the time being, I actually do have a video that I had posted, recorded back in February for Matt-Hat Jerky. And it's just taken me months to finish it. I actually have, written it up and just had to go to the process of just editing it and just putting the stuff that you usually see in my videos for episode number 66. So again, sorry if it's been a while. Sorry if I've looked a little different since the last time we spoke. But in all honesty, to be honest with you guys, I just stopped training starting back in November, December. And when I don't train, I don't eat jerky. And if I don't eat jerky, I'm not reviewing it. But now I actually decided that now it's time to get back on that, the training regimen, and I start eating jerky again to supplement my diet, and therefore go back to reviewing different jerkies, which I actually just got some line of jerky, bacon jerky from Wicked Cuts that I'll probably review in the next episode, as it's for a good cause. But for now, enjoy this episode from February, episode number 66 for Matt-Hat Jerky, and I hope you enjoy that jerky journey, and join me in the coming weeks for future jerky journeys to come. Thanks, guys. Okay. So how does this thing work? Clip it, and then you hit the button 3 times. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Brian's Jerky Journey. A very chilly, yet illuminating edition of Brian's Jerky Journey, episode number 66. With me, your mother-loving beef jerky host and the place to be, the notorious Brian G. So, pardon the attire. Like I said earlier, it is very chilly here today. It's been very chilly the last probably 7 to 10 days here up in the Northeast. So hope everybody's staying safe and sane, as I like to mention. Quick review, recap in terms of what's going on. Just try to stay busy. Been busy with work, and I'm so happy to have that be the case. Loving what I do, loving who I work with, loving who I work for. And really just in a position where I'm not worried about anything else, but just doing the best job as I can. So, and then trying to do that not only in the workplace, right over there, basically now, but doing what I can to make sure I can still keep up with what I was doing around the house, and try to be the best husband and father I can be. So, but yeah, so that's it. Nothing really much else to explain, to recap or update. Probably the only thing I could say I can change right now are 2 things, really. The first is doing more of these reviews, which I feel like I have been, as evidenced now by the fact that we're now in episode number 66. And the other is really just kind of trying to get back into the self-care and working out and taking better care of myself. So, literally saying that, staring at my weights right there. So it's a little tough. But I know for a fact it's just getting back on and starting is easily the hardest part, in my opinion. Having gone through this multiple times, and fluctuated and lost weight, and then gained some back, and so on and so forth. It's just kind of the way of life, and probably, I'm not the only one that's been probably frustrated by this, given the fact that this is going on in a pandemic in which a lot of daily routines and societal norms that people have had have been disrupted, to say the least, but more or less kind of, turned upside down. So that's it. So this week I'm going to actually do a combination packaging, unboxing, and review. So this one is going to be, the name of the company is called Matt-Hat Jerky, and this is the package right here I got from them. The owner's name is Matt Kuplack, and he is out of, I believe it's Moscow, Pennsylvania. And right in the package here it says, happy chewing, Matt. So let's open up the package and see what we get in here. Again, not this is a blind unboxing, so I'm seeing it as you are as well. So, all right, so let's take a look here. So we got some cool. Wow, it's very interesting. There's a little marketing pamphlet on the company. There is a QR code right here. If you guys maybe want to try to scan it right there, but you can scan the QR code with your phone's camera. You can click stars and write a review. Thanks. Happy chewing. Owners Kayla, Matt, and Trina. Matt-Hat-Jerky.com. Please leave us a Google review. That's what it says right there. And underneath here, it's just the Matt-Hat story. So his name is Matt Kuplack, and he started Matt-Hat Jerky when he was 11 years old. Amazing. My grandpa made great jerky. He taught my dad to make good jerky, but never gave anyone his real great recipe. My dad and I spent so much time trying to recreate Grandpa's legendary jerky that when I decided I wanted to start a business, a jerky business made sense. Finding my own perfect recipe took me some work, but finally it paid off. My original flavor is savory, chewy, and delicious with just a tiny kick of heat. Once I had my recipe, I would make a small batch and go door to door around the neighborhood selling my jerky. The jerky was a hit and people all over the neighborhood started buying it. At that point, I needed some help keeping up with the demand, and my twin sisters, Kayla and Katrina, 3 years older than me, which by the way, I'm a twin myself, so twin club, they agreed to become official partners in the business. In June 2017, we launched our website, www.matt-hatjerky.com, see right there, bottom line, and then the description line down below, and continued local sales. Since then, we've been growing steadily, developed many new delicious flavors, and we opened our first retail store location in Moscow, Pennsylvania. Wow, that's amazing. We've been featured in local newspapers and some trade magazines, and we're spotlighted on social media by Guy Fieri, very nice, and Andrew Zimmern. Both loved my jerky. So I invite you to sample my now sort of famous flavors, and you can find out. Yeah, my apologies there. I said a red word. My phone was dying as I literally finished reading the story. So my apologies there. But yeah, so good timing that my phone literally died as I finished reading the story. But an amazing story nonetheless. About an 11-year-old, right there, his twin sisters, starting this business. So let's dig in and see what we have in here in addition to that lovely note. All right. I got some swag here. Nice. I'm a big proponent of swag. I love swag. I don't know what it is. If I go to a conference or something, a cup, sure. A mug, here. A coaster, sure. A koozie, yeah. The jump drives, can't tell you how many I have. Funny enough, when I had to go into my old job to get the rest of my stuff, after I got this new job, I remember, they packed up most of my stuff, but I grabbed a couple other things. But as I'm in here, I probably had 5 or 6 boxes of my stuff, and I was just decluttering stuff, and I got everything into one box, but I can't tell you how many water bottles and koozies and things with just brand names on it that I tossed because I don't have the space for it now because this is my workspace now. So big proponent of it, and this is a magnet. So 2020 Taste TV International Contest Best Beef Jerky winner. 100% beef, 100% delicious. Matt-Hat Jerky, Matt-Hatjerky.com. So then there's the magnet right there, and then some of the jerky they said. So here's the original that he talked about. This is Gourmet Keto Original, with a picker on the back, which I know I've done ones in the past with pickers, which is great. This looks like it's more of a sample, so it's a placker, they call them. I know my kids are big components of it, so this is a Gourmet Keto Original, and I believe this is just the original. So I'm going to start with the original, actually, here. Look at these both here while I do my... So let's look at this real quick here. 100% beef, 100% delicious original, low carbs, no nitrates, sugar or MSG, Matt-Hat Jerky. quote, 11-year-old makes world's best jerky. Again, out of Moscow, Pennsylvania. The phone number and website on the front of the package. I'll have it in the description line down below. And I'm trying to just look here, make sure. There's an R story in the back. This is best eaten by 2/20/21. So I'm kind of cutting it close here, but yeah. So it's a little bit of a kind of a combination of this and on here, but I'll just read this off to be sweet, to be quick here. Thanks for buying my jerky. I hope you like it as much as I do. My name is Matt Kuplack, and I started Matt-Hat Jerky when I was 11 years old, 2017. So that would make him 15 years old now, or close to 15 years old right now. So that's amazing. Congratulations. The Matt-Hat Jerky story begins long before I was born. My grandpa, Kuplack, was making some amazing jerky back in the 1980s. He did not sell it, but he gave it to everyone he likes. If you're one of those people, consider yourself lucky, and if you knew him but didn't get any jerky, well, now you know why. Grandpa gave his secret recipe to many people, and he told them, shh, I'm only giving this recipe to you. After Grandpa died in 2013, sorry to hear that, we compared the secret recipe we were given with the secret recipe many others were given, only to find out that no one had been given the real secret recipe at all. Good old Grandpa. He's making us laugh even now. I helped my dad make a lot of pretty good jerky, trying to duplicate Grandpa's, so when I decided that I would like to start a business, making jerky just made sense. Started changing our other recipes around for a while until finally I had zeroed in on the flavor that I liked the most. This savory, chewy, and delicious, just a little kick of heat. My sisters Kayla and Katrina, twins, 3 years older than me, so that would make them now 18-ish, close to 18. They agreed to help me with the business, and we started making batches and selling them around the neighborhood and to the teachers and students at school. I don't know if I'll be making jerky forever, but I do love making my jerky and seeing the looks on my customers' faces when they try it and love it. Thanks again for buying my jerky, and happy chewing, Matt. So I gotta tell you, man, this is impressive. It's just impressive, man. I haven't even had anything yet, and I'm excited to see how it's gonna be. Yeah, they have an Instagram page. It'll be down in the description line down below. This is a 3-ounce package. There are 3 servings in a container. There is nutritional content in the back. I'll put the Weight Watcher information over there, and you can look in the description line down below for the nutritional info. So yeah, so let's get into this. Just say here it was inspected and passed by the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture. So yeah, so let's dig into that. Cute face. Initial thought, because I don't have my glasses on, when I saw this picture was I was thinking of A Christmas Story, Ralphie from A Christmas Story. So yeah, so. And funny enough, the guy who played Ralphie in A Christmas Story, I just watched a Netflix documentary on the Challenger explosion. Oh my God. And he was a big part, he was like, actually took part in it because I guess he was part of the, back in the 1980s, like a Young Astronauts Society. I'm sorry if I'm going off topic here, but yeah, it was actually a very, for obvious reasons, a very tragic documentary, because given the circumstances what happened then. I know I remember where I was when it happened. I was young, but I remember that I was in school when it happened, and yeah, I mean, it's just amazing to look back at that period now, 40 plus years now, to see how NASA was really ahead of its time at that time, with the diversity and inclusion of people of many different races and creeds, nationalities, having very diverse crews that would go up and just do different types of science experiments in space, and some of the work that they've done for the satellite technology as a result of that. So very interesting documentary, highly recommended. If you have Netflix, check it out. I'll actually put the description line, I'll put in the description line a link to that particular documentary, a little more information about it. But yeah, let's dig into that. 10 minutes text initial scent of the Matt-Hat Jerky original flavor. All right. A little bit of an issue opening it, but that's more on me today. Like I said, it's been very cold out here, and I actually had to do some work in my car today, so I was outside for a little longer than I wanted to be, and this cold weather really does drain you. Right, so I've got it open. So see where my nose is in the package? I can already smell it. And I'm liking it. Wow. Delayed reaction here. Oh, there's the picker. There's the picker right there. So, that's nice. I've heard people give negative connotations to jerky. Oh, it's like eating the sole of a shoe. It's rawhide, blah, blah, blah. This is like true, authentic looking jerky. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like it when it's a little long and strippy and a little thicker. But this is like true, authentic jerky. I don't know what he uses to make it. I'm assuming you have a much more sophisticated production now compared to when you were first starting. Seeing that you probably you have a retail store, so I'm sure you have more commercialized equipment to make this. But the quality is intact here. It's very tender. The texture is solid. It's a nice mix. So it's rough, but it's tender and minimal effort to tear. And I really like that scent that was coming out of the bag. Again, it's like this far away. Opened it up, and I don't know if it's just a combination of just the seal packet and the release of the scent coming out of the bag once it's been desealed, but I really like that. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 for tenderness, texture, and initial scent. Getting a closer smell on it, whew, wow. So this is original, and I can definitely smell what they were talking about as it relates to the heat, the little hint of heat. So I can smell, it's got kind of a smoky scent to it, and depending on whereabouts you're smelling, there could be a little hint of where there could be a little, heat coming from this meat. So I really like that. I'm going to give that a 5 as well for scent and smell. And let's see how this chews and tastes. Oh yeah, there's the heat right there. So it's got a great chew. It's a chew that you have to kind of take your time with. So I call that a good road trip jerky. It's got a nice sweet taste as you're chewing, and then once you swallow it, you get a little bit of the heat. Try the last thing. This one's not pressure. Yeah. So again, this is a good jerky if you're going on a long drive. You just want to chew on something rather than bite your nails. Very good. Great job, Matt. That 5 across the board. Wow. And it's not often that I get a 5 across the board. That's really good. Let's look at the keto. Sorry about that. My youngest cat just climbed my big screen TV. And fortunately, this is a TV that is, can't believe I'm going to say this, in October that'll be 15 years that I've had that TV. It's a 56-inch TV, high def. Bought it 15 years ago when I moved into this house. And that's definitely something that I've wanted to replace for a while. Like people always say, oh, I get a bigger TV, blah, blah, blah. And it's definitely come down in price. The quality is there. But it's got a little bit of a thicker back. So he's basically on top of the TV right now. I don't know if you can see that. That's the TV right now, and that's Orr. You guys have met Orr, the youngest jerky cat. So, angles off here. My apologies. Whatever. So this one's a little tougher to open. Oh, there it is right there. Sometimes it's hard to see the little break seal pack here. So tenderness, texture, initial scent. So again, I mentioned this. The keto. All right. So the original has low carbs. The keto's no carbs. So there's no carbs, nitrates, sugar, or MSG. And that kind of falls in line with the whole keto diet. I've never done it. I've read up on it. I understand some aspects of it. When I was good, I would say pre-pandemic, because really when the pandemic hit, I wasn't good. But when I was good, I did kind of follow some aspects of ketosis as it relates to intermittent fasting. So It's a good diet, everything in moderation, in my opinion, and just sustainability. So let's try this the keto style, 10 minutes texture, initial scent. Again, I got a nice smell out of it, and this is definitely a lot drier compared to the other one, and not as much. So the one I originally, this prior one right here, that one had kind of that old school, traditional jerky style, like kind of as the rawhide. So I really like that. But this is kind of still along what most people are seeing now with jerky that they buy in the store. So, which to me is not a bad thing. Just I think the style in which how it's made, keto wise, to eliminate carbs, might have resulted in it kind of presenting in this way versus the original way with low carbs. So, by the way, there's nutritional content here. I'll put the Weight Watcher stuff right there. So, but yeah, again, this is very tender. It looks really like a dryness on the texture, but it's really very. It kind of accompanies well to the tenderness of it here. So again, very minimal effort to tear. So I'm going to give that a 4 for tenderness, texture, initial scent. Scent and smell. Again, it's kind of smokiness, and I'll feel a little sweetness in the scent, but a little bit of heatness. So I'll give that a 4 as well for scent and smell. And as we end this special episode number 66 of Brian's Jerky Journey, showcasing the jerky from Matt-Hat Jerky, let's see how this Keto Original chews and tastes. These are basically both Best Buy the same time period. This is $220 and $219. So. Again, stick with the original. I like the taste. Nice chewiness component. Also a nice, good road trip jerky. Yeah, I really like that. I'm going to give that a 5 for chewiness and taste for an overall score of 4.75 out of 5. So that'll do it for this episode of Brian's Jerky Journey. I hope you enjoyed what I've been doing thus far with these reviews. If you have other jerkies, if you've tried this, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. If you have other jerkies that you tried that I might not have tried yet, also leave a message on the comment line down below. Also, feel free to like this channel, and if you want to see this channel grow, I suggest that you click on the subscribe button below, or you can click it here. Watch prior videos over here, and then you can look down the description line at the top, header, to see my other social media channels, where you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, see the Notorious Brian G and Brian's Jerky Journey on the IG. So that'll do it for special episode 66 of Brian's Jerky Journey. Hope you've enjoyed this journey with me, and you join me in the next one. Thanks.
Thank you for watching Brian's Jerky Journey. If you don't like jerky, you suck.